What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Again, working on my wife's Navigator. Probably not going to be doing too many more videos on this until something probably breaks, but doing spark plugs today. You guys can pick whichever plugs you want to do. That's totally up to you. I'm doing a step colder plug from Ford Performance. Basically, I got it on a trade. I'm not even gonna lie, but it would be nice if the future, if I tuned this or whatever, that would help you. But this is basically a spark plug video, so don't even think anything about a performance plug benefiting anything or anything like that. It's just simple maintenance, and I'm gonna walk you step by step to get this done because I'm sure the shops charge so much money for this. So before we get into the video, if this helped you in any way, saved you money, saved you time from going to the dealership, or just dealing with the headache of it, like the video, comment, and subscribe. That's all we ever ask for. I have merchandise available. You can see it right here, but I'm not selling any of it. So that's all we ask. Let's hop into it. Guys, I'm trying a new phone mount, so bear with me here. I'm trying to give you guys a little bit more of a, I guess, a hands-on experience here. So if you don't like the angle, it's probably only gonna be for this video, but we do got a little bit. I did not think they would have hold downs, but they do. I thought this was gonna pop right out. Give me one sec. Of course, I forgot to record, but we're starting back. Two 10 millimeters down in these little valleys in the front. I'm gonna pull that off. Make sure you pour your oil cap off like I showed you before. And then this should realistically, yep, lift it. And we're gonna set that off to the side, and this gives you a better view of the motor. Now, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna put this oil cap back on because I just don't want anything to fall in there. All right, guys, so now I get to show you guys the bay. And I'll say this, I just did an oil change yesterday, and there's I guess this is a PVC right here, and that is definitely leaking oil. Well, that's why we're here. So let me get you guys on a different angle now so I can show you guys the cylinders. All right, guys, got a light here. So first coil pack is going to be right below this. It appears to be an 8 millimeter. Third, and then the fourth is in the back, or I don't know what I'm saying, 1, 2, 3. I do have an oil leak here pretty bad. I'm not sure how well you can see it in the video, but I'm pretty sure it's from this PVC breather right here. So need to read if that looks like part of the valve cover. So I'm hoping the valve cover doesn't need to be replaced because that looks like a lot of work for very little reward. But what I'm gonna do right now is, this is an 8 millimeter right there. And it doesn't even look like I actually, maybe I will have to remove this line to get that off, but we're gonna try without it. So we're gonna see if that will do that. And if this coil pack would lift off, I'm not sure if it's gonna have enough room, but if it will, that's gonna make this job really easy. Take the hardware out, and then maybe just the electrical side of it. And safety clip in it. Oh. My favorite. Gonna unclip the coil pack, and that's gonna be the way to do it. So first one's out, and I'm just gonna keep moving my way back. Should be relatively easy. Now, the reason I'm keep going this way instead of just doing like one at a time per se, spark plug's still in the cylinder, so even if I hypothetically would drop something, it's not going to be the end of the world, and I'm just pulling the coil right out of the way. And if you guys are worried or thinking you're gonna get these mixed up, it would almost be, I'm not saying impossible, but it would be very hard. Let me get a spark plug socket. Man, I need to get better on the recording part. So working on getting these out. Now, I know you guys saw me use an electric impact on basically everything else. Do not use an electric impact right here, guys. This is something that you want to make sure if something's not feeling right, you don't want to keep going forward with it. So I will say these are, I would imagine, I don't want to say for sure, but I would imagine these are factory plugs, because there was definitely some resistance on breaking them loose. So, and this part right here is where I will do one plug at a time. So I don't want to see this part, so let me stop it until I get it out. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys, and I'm gonna show you why up close, but I'm actually not gonna continue with the plug change, and I'm gonna show you why. And it's because whenever they did the what'd they do? The cam phasers on this, they replaced the spark plugs as well. I'm still gonna list the video as a spark plug change, but if you ever see your plugs and they look like this brand, I mean, this thing has like, obviously it has a little miles on it since they did that, but these plugs are in incredible condition and there's no point at all to replace them. But if you're wondering, the tool setup you need is a spark plug tool, which is a 5/8, and I just showed you how to remove the driver's side. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, the passenger side, I'll show you before the video's over, is 100 times easier, but this was a waste of time. So I'm gonna thread this back in here, and I'm gonna show you the passenger side. And if you wanna do the spark plug change in your car, because you do have the miles and the plugs, at least you know the, what do you wanna call it? The harder side, per se. Spark plugs are not hard, guys, but don't ever complicate it either. So, okay, let me get this in here, guys, and I'll show you the passenger side real quick. All right, guys, I'm gonna close this video out here, and I wanna show you guys. This side is your passenger side, and I know the light's not showing, but still 8mm. There is no obstructions at all to get to this side. But I do want to turn the light on and close this video out. The normal person that's like not mechanically inclined would be like, oh, I have an oil leak from that PVC, which I did clean it out, but upon further inspection, I don't want to blind you here, there's a crack in the valve cover. I would assume that's when the dealership did my cam phasers, they over torqued this valve cover when they put it back on. That's the result of it. Anyway, all right, well, guess we'll see what we can do to fix that. That's gonna close out today's video, guys. This is exactly why I tell you doing your own work is very important. And you guys might think like, oh, it's just not worth the headache, but stuff like that, a cracked valve cover, I would have never even known that, and most people probably wouldn't. And granted, it's probably been like that for about 10,000 miles now, so it's not like it's like dire, but you having an oil leak like that over a period of time is definitely gonna cause a problem. That's why I always say, like, I always give you guys the torque specs. I always tell you guys like, oh, just make sure you go like the extra mile when you're like using anti-seize on bolts and stuff like that. And it's just, I can't be too upset because they replaced the cam phasers, but I'm assuming that valve cover is probably like $200 or $300. So it's unfortunate, but we're gonna replace it. That's what we do. So guys, support those who support you, and until next time.